welcome back to Just a Little Kick. In today's video, I am going to show you how to make the easiest, flakiest, most buttery homemade pie crust. Only 5 ingredients, super easy, super quick to make. Let's get started. Okay, so what you're going to need is 2.5 cups of flour, about 2 tablespoons of sugar, and this is about 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt, 2 sticks of butter that I'm going to dice and cube. I did have these like in the freezer, just so you know, because it does need to be cold. And then about 7 tablespoons or so of ice water. So the first step is we're going to add the dry ingredients to the food processor. Okay, just dump it on in. Okay, so you put that in along with the sugar and the salt. Okay, we're gonna pulse this a few times. Whoa. Okay, so that's done. So now it's time to dice and cube our butter. I want to make sure that the butter is very cold, because you still want some whole pieces in there, because that is what makes you have that extra flavor when you still have big pieces in your dough. And then it also makes it even more flaky as well. Okay, so we're gonna dice it that way, and then I'm also going to go this way. I love this particular recipe because it's no artificial flavorings in it. So you're not using shortening or anything. It's just all real butter. And I do use salted butter. I just always have with my baking. I know a lot of people use unsalted because they're like, oh, you're adding more salt or whatever to it. But to me, it just gives it more flavor, and I have always just used salted. It doesn't really make it salty. Of course, you could use whatever you prefer, but salted butter is my preference. Okay, so we got that done. Pulse this until coarse crumbs appear. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna get you guys a little closer so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You see these little bitty pieces of butter, and it's crumb, the coarse crumbs. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, and now we're gonna add our water. Okay, we've got our ice water here, so now I'm just gonna add about 7 tablespoons. Okay, and then you're gonna pulse this again until small, like mini balls form. I'm gonna add just a little bit more water. So you can make a little ball like that in between two fingers and it stays together, then that means you're good to go. Okay, you guys, so just so you know, I did not have near enough water in here. I had to add quite a bit more water when I actually went to roll it out to put in my pie pan. So I couldn't find my actual tablespoon when I was making this, so I just used a regular spoon, but it wasn't enough. So make sure you have your actual measuring spoon and then you'll be good to go. Okay, so what you want to do is after you have added the correct amount of water to here, you're going to dump this out on a surface. To make it easier, I put plastic wrap on the table and then sprinkled it with flour. So you're going to dump it out and then you're going to separate it into two separate discs. And then after that, you're going to knead it just a little bit and then separate them and wrap them in plastic wrap. So this is just what your disc will look like when you're done. Okay, you are going to refrigerate this for at least 1 hour or overnight. All right, so that is it, you guys. Super easy. You saw me just make it. Only 5 ingredients, and I can guarantee you that you will not go back to store-bought after you make this pie crust. After the dough has refrigerated for the amount of time that it's supposed to, then you just go ahead and bake your pie like you normally would. If you are wanting another recipe or something, I have got a sweet potato pie recipe coming your way that is out of this world. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and then also tag me over on Instagram at justalilkick so I can see how your pie crust turned out. So that is all, and I will see you guys back here soon with brand new recipes. Bye bye. All right, so I just wanted to show you guys what it will actually look like once all the measurements are correct and you've rolled it out and put it in the pie pan. A beautiful homemade crust.